What's up, kiddos? Trowbro back with another drawing with Trowbro, and today we're going to be looking at the art movement known as Surrealism. Now, Surrealism is kind of like that moment where you're dreaming and things seem real, but they seem off. It's like it's not realistic, but it's not fake either. It's somewhere kind of in between, where things don't make any sense, all right? And one of the most famous surreal artists is Rene Magritte. And there were a few, like Salvador Dali is another one of the most famous ones, but I like Rene Magritte because he's got this cool picture of this guy with an apple just floating in front of his head. And that's the inspiration for our self-portraits that we're going to do today. So get your pencil and let's get started.
So here on the left I have my inspiration, Rene Magritte, surreal picture, and I'm going to start drawing over here with a simple U. And I'm drawing the boy version right now, but here in a little bit I'll do the girl version, but it's very similar. On top for his hat, I'm going to draw a hot dog type shape for the top of his boulder hat, and I'm drawing very lightly because I'm going to have to erase it. Then on top of the hot dog, I am drawing a bowl, and then a little line for a little strap. Alright, now if I'm going too fast, pause it, alright? But I'm going to put an ear on the left, put an ear on the right, and then to draw his hair right from his ear, I'm going to draw a little diagonal line, alright, because I want his hair to be a little bit thicker on each side, and then I'm going to erase the line of that U that I drew earlier, alright? So that's why drawing lightly is super important. Okay, now I'm going to draw the neck, and that's just like a simple bowl shape. It's like two straight lines and then a shallow bowl. And then I'm going to draw like kind of like a big hill, like my neck is just sitting on a big old hill, and then two triangles for a collared shirt, or a polo shirt, alright? This is what collared shirts look like. And then a little triangle below it, and then another triangle, and then another little triangle shape. Really simple. And then a couple triangles for lapels, that's what these little parts are on the end. Lapels, kind of like two little mountain ranges on each side. For the apple in the front of his face, I'm going to draw a nice big apple shape right in the middle of his face. Now, normally when you draw a self-portrait, the face is the most important thing, but this time, the apple is. So, a little stem and then a little leaf. Now I'm going to erase part of the hat that I can see because it's right in front. It's right, like you can kind of still see the hat through the leaves. So it's really important that you erase the hat part so it looks like the apple is right in front. And so this is my boy self-portrait. Now let's turn it over and I'm going to show you how to do the girl version. A lot of it is the exact same. I'm going to start with the U shape. And then we're going to do the little hot dog on the top. And then on top of the hot dog, a little like upside down bowl. It's kind of like a rainbow. And then a little stripe for the little strap that goes around. An ear. So far everything's the exact same. And then a little diagonal line. Alright? And then I'm going to erase that little line for the U that I drew earlier. Because drawing lightly is still really important. Then, before I draw the next bit of its hair, I'm going to draw her neck and her body. So same thing. Straight lines. Bowl. Alright, draw the hill that it's on, two little triangles for the collar. I know I'm going fast, you can pause it. Alright, and then a triangle for the white shirt, and then the mountain range on the left, the mountain range on the right, and then for the tie, just kind of comes down, it's like a triangle with another little triangle. Now, for the hair, I just go from the hat, straight down. Now if it's really long hair, you would just draw it straight down to the little mountain, but I kind of made it like neck length, so I just drew a straight line. But if you really wanted really long hair, go all the way down. And then you can do a different fruit if you want, like you can do a pineapple here. Alright, but then you just have to erase all the lines afterwards. Okay, so if you want to draw a different fruit, like an orange, that would be okay, but I try to keep it simple. Keep it simple because if you make something complicated, the more chances are that you might mess up. Now to color this, I'm going to be using oil pastels. You can use paint, you can use crayons, you can use colored pencils, but I'm using oil pastels and I really don't have a good skin color for my skin tone. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pink color, and even though my skin's not really pink, it's more like olive, I think. I'm going to lightly push down on the pink, like I'm pushing down very lightly, and already it looks kind of skin colored because I'm pushing down really lightly. I'm not pink like Pepto-Bismol, like, you know, medicine or bubblegum pink. So I'm pushing down very lightly, and before I mix it, I'm actually going to color my fruit first because I don't want when I'm mixing my white with my pink that, you know, I don't want the white to get a little green and take it into my skin. So I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and color my fruit real quick, and then I am going to switch back to a white and blend my skin color together. Now you're probably noticing that I'm coloring really fast, and that's just because I'm speeding up my video because it took me about like 25 minutes to make this in total, and so I don't want you to sit here and have to watch me make the whole thing. But here I am getting my white, and I'm going and I'm pressing down really hard right on top of that skin color pink that I tried to get, and I think it's starting to look way better. And I'm also speeding this up too, so you don't have to watch me color the whole thing. Alright, from there I'm going to get a brown and do the stem, and then I'm going to use a different green, I think, for my leaf, because I don't want it to be the exact same kind of green, and so I'm taking my time, making sure I'm staying in the lines with the brown, and then I'm going to switch to the green and color in this leaf, but it's a different green. Alright, so if you have different greens, I encourage you to use them. If you don't have a different green color, sometimes you can like do a light green, like push down really light with a green colored pencil, and then go over it with blue or yellow, and it'll make it more of a blue green or more of a yellow green. Oh, you know what I forgot? I should have colored my hair brown while I colored the stem. So like, I like to not have to pick up and put down the same color over and over again. I like to pick up one color, use it, and then when I'm completely done using it, I put it down and not have to pick it up again. So, gotta pick up this brown again and color my hair. Alright, now this part I'm definitely going to speed up because I'm going to color his suit blue. Now, I'm coloring it blue because that's what Renee did, and you are free to color your suit whatever you want. You can make it orange, you can do purple, that's fine. You know, whatever color you like. You can try to like make a pinstripe suit, that's up to you, but I'm just doing it blue because I want to keep it simple. Now I just finished coloring his lapel, those are two little mountainsides, and I'm kind of knowing that if I color the rest of his suit blue, you're really not going to see the lapel anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this white and color his lapel so it's just a little bit lighter than his jacket color. Alright, that'll make it pop a little bit. I'm going to do, a black outline when I'm done, but I also want the color just to pop. So right on top of that blue, I'm using my white. Now if you don't use oil pastels, you have a hard time doing this. Like I think crowns you might be able to, and maybe even a little bit with colored pencils, but that's the nice thing about oil pastels is they're really oily and they mix really well together when you put them on top of each other. Alright, I'm going to get my red back out so I can color my tie, get rid of all these oil pastel shavings, and color my tie red so it matches my hat, because I like matching. Color matching is super important in art. Sometimes, like if I use a color somewhere in a painting, I want to use it somewhere else too, okay? Because it kind of ties your picture together. There's like repetition of color. Super important in art. Now that I've colored my suit blue, I want to color the sky, and so I have a light blue, and I want to make sure that it is not the exact same blue as my suit, because then I'm gonna kind of disappear. And so I'm very lightly pressing down on this blue, and I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the skin color. I'm gonna go over this with a light blue, pushing down very lightly, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna go over it with my white oil pastel, and it's gonna mix the light blue and the white to make it even lighter blue. And I think it's gonna look really subtle and really great. Now I have saved black for last because it is the darkest color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over all of the shapes and lines that I've drawn, go over the apple, the face, the hat, do a nice thin black outline. What's nice about black is it's so dark is that sometimes you can use that to cover up mistakes and stuff. I always try to work from light to dark because if you make a mistake with black and you're using it black first, you're not going to really be able to come back from that. So I always try to work light to dark. And I think my picture is really coming together. It's really cute, and it's probably gonna, raise some eyebrows when, grandma or grandpa come over and they go, nice picture, but why did you draw, a fruit in front of your face? And then you can tell them about Rene Magritte and surrealism. It's dreamlike.
Well, kiddos, I hope you had fun drawing your self-portrait. Make sure that you keep tuned to my channel. We're going to keep drawing things, and make sure that you're always practicing, and I will see you next time.